Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaimudire. Nashtaprayesho Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshnaaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 4 Chapter 9 Verse 11. Bhaktim mohu pravahatam tvai me prasango bhuyadanantamahataam amalashayanam yenancha solbanam uru vyasanam bhavabdhim neshe bhavadguna kathamrita panamattaha. Dhruva Maharaj continued, O unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly, as the waves of a river constantly flow. Such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotional service, I shall surely be able to cross the nascent ocean of material existence, which is filled with the waves of blazing fire-like dangers. It will be very easy for me, for I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes which are eternally existent. Beautiful verse. Dhruva Maharaj is praying, though he had some other desire when he started, when he came to Vishnu. Now he's saying, bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly. So if at all we need any blessing, this is the only blessing we should seek. Association of great devotees who are engaged in transcendental loving service constantly. What kind of devotees they are? They're transcendental, so they are completely situated in an uncontaminated state, meaning no sense gratification, no la puja pratishtha, no nonsense of this material world. Simply transcendentally situated, always engaged in pure loving devotional service just for the pleasure of the Lord. Such devotees. By the process of devotional service, I shall surely be able to cross the nascent ocean of material existence. Yes. Why? It will be very easy for me. Why? Because I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes. See, look at this word. I'm becoming mad. Pana mattaha. Katha amrita pana mattaha. Mattaha means mad. So one has to become mad to hear about the Lord. Meaning, mad means what? Like literally, nothing else is more important. And somehow or the other, trying to figure out time to hear more and more about the transcendental qualities and pastimes of Krishna. So this is the qualification. That is why we keep repeating, saying Shravanam Kirtanam, Shravanam Kirtanam. So Dhruva Maharaj is also highlighting the same thing. Prahlad Maharaj also said the same thing. All our acharyas have said the same thing. Without that hankering, this madness for Shravanam, Kirtanam, we cannot achieve perfection. The significant point in Dhruva Maharaj's statement is that he wanted the association of pure devotees. Transcendental devotional service cannot be complete and cannot be relishable without the association of devotees. We have therefore established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Anyone who is trying to be aloof from this Krishna conscious society and yet engage in Krishna consciousness is living in a great hallucination. For this is not possible. From this statement by Dhruva Maharaj, it is clear that unless one is associated with devotees, his devotional service does not mature. Please note this. It does not become distinct from material activities. Meaning, if we are trying to engage in devotional activities ourselves without being in association with devotees, then they might remain material activities. Meaning, They're just on the contaminated platform of the modes. But when we associate with pure devotees, our devotional service will become mature, meaning it will raise above this anartha, nivritti, mishra bhakti, all those. Lord says, Satam prasangan mama vidya samvido bhavanti hritkarna rasayana kathaha. Only in the association of pure devotees can the words of Lord Krishna be fully potent and relishable to the heart and ear. Mm. Actually, we should understand that we are constantly in the association of Srila Prabhupada, who is the purest devotee view for us. Mm. Only because of his association are the words of Lord Krishna and becoming fully potent and relishable to us. So we should never give up the association of Srila Prabhupada's books, Srila Prabhupada Vani. This is what can actually bring us to that mature state. Relishable. Guru Maharaj explicitly wanted the association of devotees. That association devotional activities is just like the waves of an incessantly flowing river. In our Krishna consciousness society, we have full engagement 24 hours a day, and this should be the case. In any Krishna conscious setup, there should be only full engagement in Krishna consciousness, not other things. Every moment of our time is always busily engaged in the service of the Lord. This is called incessant flow of devotional service. So simply all the time engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. And that too in the association of pure devotees. This is the key thing. Then words of Krishna will become very relishable to the heart and ear. A Mayavadi philosopher may question us, you may be very happy in the association of devotees, but what is your plan for crossing the ocean of material existence? Dhruva Maharaj answered that it is not very difficult. He clearly says that this ocean can be crossed very easily if one simply becomes mad to hear the glories of the Lord. Bhavad Guna Katha. For anyone who persistently engages, note the word persistently, in hearing the topics of the Lord from Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and who is actually addicted to this process, just as one becomes addicted to intoxicants, it is very easy to cross the nescience of material existence. Such a clear direction. What should be our mood for Shravanam? It should be like addicted to intoxicants. The ocean of material existence is compared to a blazing fire. But to a devotee, this blazing fire is insignificant because he is completely absorbed in devotional service. Although the material world is blazing fire, to a devotee it appears full of pleasure. Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. So this is the standard of a devotee, wherein even if there is a blazing fire around him, he appears to be full of pleasure. Who is such a devotee who becomes addicted to the process of Shravanam in the association of pure devotees? That devotee will reach this mature stage. The purport of this statement by Dhruva Maharaj is that devotional service in the association of devotees is the cause of the development of further devotional service. By devotional service only is one elevated to the transcendental planet Goloka Vrindavan. And there also there is only devotional service. For the activities of devotional service both in this world and in the spiritual world are one and the same. Just that the difference will be that will be performed in in the spiritual body, and here the material body slowly getting spiritualized. That will be in the perfect condition, to serve. Will be in the perfect position to serve Krishna. And of course, there will be maybe other services based on our constitutional position, based on various other things, etc. Devotional service does not change. The example of a mango can be given here. If one gets an unripe mango, it is still a mango. And when it is ripe, it remains the same mango. But it has become more tasteful and relishable. Such a beautiful example. This is realization. The mango is still a mango. Initially, our bhakti is in unripe stage. Later, it becomes ripe and it becomes more tasteful and relishable. and that we can experience with passing day in Krishna consciousness. Our Krishna consciousness should become more tasteful and relishable for us. Similarly, there is devotional service performed according to the direction of the spiritual master and the injunctions and regulative principles of Shastra, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. And there is devotional service in the spiritual world rendered directly in association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But they are both the same. There's no change. The difference is that one stage is unripe and the other is ripe and more relishable. It is possible to mature in devotional service only in the association of devotees. Such a clear direction. Hmm. We can mature in devotional service only in the association of devotees. There's no other way. Association of what kind of devotees? That already Prabhupada has written here. Pure devotees. Only in the association of pure devotees. We should become mad after hearing. Then we will make progress. तेन स्मरन्त्यतितरां प्रियम् ईशमर्त्यं ये चान्वदः सुतसुहृत् गृहवित्तदाराः ये त्वब्जनाभवदा भवदीयपदारविन्द सौगन्ध्यलुब्धहृदयेषु कृतप्रसङ्गाः. O Lord, who have a lotus navel, if a person happens to associate with a devotee whose heart always hankers after your lotus feet, seeking always their fragrance, he is never attached to the material body or in a bodily relationship to offspring, friends, home, wealth, and wife, which are very, very dear to materialistic persons. Who can achieve this? Person who happens to associate with the devotee whose heart always hankers after lotus feet, then he will never become attached to material body. Indeed, he does not care for them. Of course, this care for them means indifferent, meaning not on the material platform, just doing our duty. Just doing our duty. And this itself is seems like very difficult for us to achieve. Mm. But this is just Brahmabhuta. This is very initial stage. Only when we come to this stage, we get bhakti. Mm. A special advantage in devotional service is that devotees not only enjoy the transcendental pastimes of the Lord by hearing and chanting and glorifying them, but also are not very attached to their bodies. See, so it's not just one; both have to happen. Mm. One is attachment to hearing the transcendental pastimes, etc. And as the taste increases, the attachment to the body and everything connected to the body has to reduce. Unlike the yogis who are too attached to the body and who think that by performing bodily gymnastic exercises, they will advance in spiritual consciousness. Yogis are generally not very much interested in devotional service. They want to regulate the breathing process. This is simply a bodily concern. Here, Dhruva Maharaj plainly says that a devotee has no more bodily interest. Plainly says, there is no more bodily interest. He knows that he is not the body. Therefore, from the very beginning, without wasting time in bodily exercises, a devotee searches out a pure devotee and simply by his association becomes more advanced in spiritual consciousness than any yogi. I've seen many devotees who waste very valuable morning time in doing yoga exercises. This is only for those who have a problem, who have a health problem. Mm. But wasting precious morning time, just thinking that, okay, in the future, maybe I'm going to fall sick or maybe, it's required for my future health. This is all mental speculation. All we have to do is yuktahara viharasya. As much as possible, be controlled in eating, sleeping, activities, etc. So that we can try to maintain our health. But not just, by going for some, doing 1 hour, some exercises in the morning. It's no guarantee that just being by doing exercises that we are going to be free from bodily encumbrances, difficulties later. Without wasting time, Prabhupada is clearly saying, without wasting time in bodily exercises. Because the devotee knows that he is not the body, he is never affected by bodily happiness or distress. Look at this. That's why I keep saying, when we read Prabhupada's purports, we feel miserable. Every line is talking about such a high, exalted position of a devotee and we are so stuck somewhere. And what is these words, these Prabhupada's words have to be the inspiration for us to move up. So when we read something like this, because a devotee knows that he is not the body, is never affected by bodily happiness or distress. Now, whenever we are now, every now and then we'll keep encountering bodily happiness, distress, and then we should not get affected. And we should remember this statement: oh, I'm not the body. Why am I getting affected by this bodily happiness or distress? And keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. I've been doing this for the last 15 years. Still not successful, but still keep trying, continue to try. So it was 100%, then it came down to 95%, then 90%, 80%, 70%. So like that, it's slowly decreasing. Then we have to come to a stage wherein we will not be affected by these things. We will not be affected. That is the liberated platform from Abhuta. He is not interested in bodily relations with wife, children, home, bank balance, etc., or in the distress and happiness which come from these things. See, devotees will get scared hearing these sentences. And then we don't talk about these things, isn't it? In ISKCON, we say no, everything has to be. Somebody told, yeah, we have to manage everything. We have material life, we have spiritual life. Where Prabhupada is saying manage your material life, spiritual life. He's simply saying he's not interested in bodily relations with wife, children, home, bank balance, etc. Or in the distress and happiness which come from these things. This is the this is the special advantage of being a devotee. Advantage. This status of life is possible only when a person is interested in associating with a pure devotee who always enjoys the fragrance of the lotus feet of the Lord. What a powerful purport. What can we say? What should we do? What should we do? Can you all share your thoughts? What should we do? How do we get here? Any thoughts?
Pranam Prabhuji,
Yeah.
Prabhuji, serving the devotees who have this taste and constant Shravanam will
Okay.
help.
Okay. I'm just asking all of you to repeat whatever we have heard so far in these two purports. That's all. So that it becomes fixed in our minds. What should we do? What have other devotees gathered from these two purports?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
It's unalloyed pure devotional service amongst midst of devotees.
Okay.
You know, there should be a madness about it. Prabhuji, there's something which I don't know if it is right to. Just while we were reading this, it came into my mind. I don't know if it is the right time to share this, but can I share it? Because
Yeah, just 1 second,
Yeah.
Mataji. Let's just see what others have gathered. Other devotees. Yeah, then you can. Yeah. Anything else? Anybody?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
We should not waste our time, valuable
waste
time, and engage in hearing from pure devotees and associating with pure devotees, and also try to apply everything what we have heard in our life.
Okay.
And
Okay.
do engage in more devotional service.
So, okay, so Suprema, that is saying we should not waste time. Now, how do we make this change? How do we bring about change so that we don't waste time? See, the important thing is when we hear these kind of statements, there also has to be a practical angle to this.
Yes, yes.
Saying that, okay, am I wasting time? What is wasting time? What does wasting time mean?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Danvat Pranam.
Pranam. Prabhu. How are you? Long time.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Actually, I have come to Bangalore now. So
okay.
with the devotees. Yeah. Yeah, I think, Prabhu, my thought is that we should stop thinking about anything which is related to bodily relationship. If we
Mhm.
keep on thinking that, okay, how about my work will be going and how this thing will be happening, I think a lot
Mhm.
of time gets wasted in that. So I think if the thoughts are absorbed in just the thoughts about Lord, and whenever these
Mhm.
activities has to be done for the sake of just occupational duty, only doing remembering that time, and after that keeping the mind focused on Krishna, thinking about that, I think maybe that is the saving of the time here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Anything else? Any other thoughts? See, which is the point I keep making, right? Why do these purports not have an impact on us? These purports no will not have an impact on us if we don't take a practical view of these purports. If we just take a theoretical view, theoretical means I just heard this theory. Okay, don't be interested in bodily relations with wife, children, home, bank balance. Okay, then don't waste time in bodily exercises. So we just heard these. Now my question is, what should we do? How should we go about it?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I think we have to keep Krishna as center in all our activities.
No, these are all we cannot make 30,000 feet level statements. I'm asking you to translate this into practical. How do I practically do this in my life? Or let me ask this way, right? I'll rephrase. What will you do after this class to implement these in your life, which you are not doing yesterday? See, because otherwise there's no point, right? Otherwise, we didn't really take away anything. Correct? Because very powerful purport. These two purports, if we can implement this in our life, then our life will change. And we've been discussing these points. It's not like this is the first time. Yeah, Pratyusha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Pranam
Yeah.
Prabhu.
Um,
As in when I was hearing this statement by you, how I will follow, I thought I will sit down, chalk down yesterday, how did I waste time, and reflect and write it down for myself. How should
mhm.
be in the same issue, how I should not waste my time, maybe making some phone calls to anybody else or talking about something, or and
Okay.
how can I give more time for Shastra? This
Mm.
Kartik month is going on, so maybe more Shastra, more extra rounds, and staying focused, basically. That's what I thought for myself, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay. Again, I mean, I think we've discussed this again and again, but no harm repeating. The only way we can see this, we have to understand we are naturally from lifetimes attached to bodily relations with wife, children, home, bank balance. We can't just say that, okay, from tomorrow I'm going to just stop this. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way. Hmm? If we are bodily attached, then yes, we think, okay, I have to go for walking, I have to do exercises, I have to do this. So all this is bodily attachment. Now, how do we transcend bodily attachment? That is the question here. Hmm? If we are doing Shavanam, okay, yeah, Rohini Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
The answer is given in the last line. No, the status
Mhm.
of this. I mean, this kind of status will be possible only when we are interested in taking the association of a pure devotee.
But how do we do that? Again, my question is the same thing. We are all in our houses doing our
Right.
own work. My question is to bring this into practical application. How do I now associate with a pure devotee?
The one who always talks about Krishna and does engages his senses in serving Krishna.
No, how? Who? I'm not saying who.
By hearing to the lectures of Guru Maharaj and all the other.
Hearing, okay. Okay. Again, I mean, we've been doing all these things, right? Isn't it? We've been doing Shravanam.
Right.
So, have we come to this stage?
It's not that easy, right, Prabhu?
No, I don't know. I have no idea.
Everybody is not in that.
I'm asking.
Mm.
What should we do?
By following the instructions,
Following instructions of whom?
Of our like gurus who are
Yeah,
self-realized.
you'll
Like,
have to speak louder, Nakul Prabhu. I can't hear.
we were following the instructions of our gurus.
Yeah, but again, how? What is the instruction that Guru has given? I don't know who your Guru is, but I'm asking. What is the instruction now you are following? Yeah, Vamshi Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
Uh, by actually reading books, Prabhupada books, and like Guru Shastra and Sangha, constantly in increasing our time towards it.
Okay. Okay. One practical point came. See, two things we have to remember, right? This is very, very important. Absorption is where what is lacking. Okay, we are today absorbed in bodily activities because that's what we think is our constitutional position, right? So we are in illusion, and so we are so absorbed in our bodily position that I'm this body and everything connected to this body, that it's very natural that I'm interested in body relations, house, home, bank balance, etc. Now I have to transfer this absorption from bodily platform to spiritual platform, and this is absorption. This is madness. If we are not going to change our life to become absorbed in something spiritual, again, same thing I'm saying. If we are just thinking about our sadhana, we are never going to get absorbed in Krishna consciousness. I mean, it's, it's not what we should be hearing. He is saying, okay, how do we increase our absorption? We see nobody here can sit and say, I'm going to read the whole day, right? Or I'm going to hear the whole day. It's not possible, right? So absorption means again taking up something which is going to push forward the mission of Srila Prabhupada, push forward the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking something beyond our comfort zone. Only then that absorption will happen. And like Vamshi Prabhu said, increasing our amount of time that we are giving for Krishna. These are the two practical things. Practical means like from now I can start after this class, what should I do? I have to increase my absorption, which means that I have to take up some project. Okay, what project can I do for Krishna? What can I take up? Yeah, think, and then come back and say, this is the project we're not talking about like, okay, I'm going to read, increase my reading. That is the second part. This first part is simply, what can I take which can absorb my consciousness in Krishna? What project? I'm talking about a project. All of us here have to come back. So Monday, first thing we are going to ask everybody is, what is the project you have chosen for yourself? First is the project, which is like we spoke last time, going beyond comfort zone. And it is not like, think about something big, big for you, right? It doesn't have to be like big, big for you. Second thing is increase the amount of time that you are giving for Krishna consciousness. So if all these days you are giving X hours, now you say X plus Y, whatever that is. If you're doing 2 hours, then you say now 2.5 hours. If you're doing 4 hours, you say now 4.5 hours, whatever it is. These are the two practical things by which then obviously then we'll say, okay, where am I wasting time? I have to get this another half an hour I have to get. Where am I wasting time? Oh, okay, I figured these 2, 3 things I'm doing during the day, which is wasteful. Okay, now let me use this time for Krishna consciousness. And then what will I do in that time? I will dedicate to my project. This is how we will become more and more absorbed spiritually. And automatically the absorption on the bodily platform will reduce. Because see, this naiti business will not work for us. That is the beauty of devotional service. If you keep saying, no, I should not do this, I should not do this, I should not do this, that is not going to help us. We should go positive. I should do this, I should do this, I should do this. So take a project, increase the amount of time you are spending for Krishna consciousness, and then we make progress. And then we move towards this path. And of course, we have to have association of pure devotees, meaning whoever devotees we are associating with should not have any ulterior motive, should be just everybody is trying hard just for the pleasure of the Lord, to serve for the pleasure of the Lord. And that is pure devotee association. And then everybody then pushes each other. Then, you should ask your friends in Krishna consciousness saying that, what is your project? Now, can we, okay, my project is also very similar. Can we work together? And build enthusiasm. Only then we can actually transcend this. Otherwise, see, this theoretical stuff, like we don't help because I mean, I've been seeing my own life. It's so much, we're so deeply absorbed that by just telling myself, saying that I should not be absorbed in material body, it, no, it's like deaf ears. We just forget it because we are so absorbed bodily. Mm. So when we associate with this kind of devotees who are always hankering after lotus feet, what does it mean to hanker after lotus feet? Meaning serving Krishna. Then what happens? Then they will push us. Only then we can actually move. Otherwise, that's why Prabhupada said this is a Krishna consciousness movement. We have to move. We cannot be stagnant. But that fire has to come within by reading these purports, saying that, oh, I'm wasting time. Oh, I still have bodily attachment. Oh, what do I do? Okay, let me take up this project. Let me start investing more time in Krishna consciousness. Of course, now people who are working, what will you do? Yeah, maybe during the week you will try to get half an hour more, but Saturday, Sunday you will say, no, okay, I'm going to put 2 hours more. Whatever, that is up to you. That is, I'm not here to prescribe. Right? This is my understanding. When I hear statements like this, I understand that theoretically I cannot achieve this. I cannot achieve it by just jnana, by just knowledge. I can't achieve this. Thinking that, oh, I'm not this body, so I should not be interested in bodily relations with wife, children. That's not going to happen. That's very difficult. Then it will take Bhavanam Janmanam Ante. Just theoretically on the Gnana platform, it will take us multiple lifetimes. But the beauty of devotional service is as soon as we get engaged, absorbed in devotional activities, in some project, in some mission, then automatically we'll have to spend more time for it. And then that absorption will pull us out of all this. Okay. Any questions, thoughts? Is it okay? Okay. So Monday, everybody should come back, or you can put it in the group also. What is your project? We talked about moving out of comfort zone. Now I'm pushing to the next level. Moving out of comfort zone, yeah, devotees came back saying that, okay, I'm going to talk to, okay, I'm very introvert. I'm going to talk to other people. Now, all that is fine. Now, that is step 1. Now, this is step 2. So, I can give you some suggestions of projects that you should take, right? So, say from now till end of the year, till book marathon, till January 10th, which is Vaikuntha Ekadashi, I'm going to distribute 50 Bhagavatam sets. Can be one project. Already there are devotees in, who are also part of this Shravanam group who have already become absorbed like that. And I am just pushing, saying that don't do anything else. Just focus on distributing Bhagavatam. Just whoever comes, just talk about Bhagavatam. Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. Whoever comes, talk about Bhagavatam. Give Bhagavatam. Right? It's a very serious absorption. It will change the world. This slow absorption will change the world. But yeah, if you are just saying, okay, I'm going to do, okay, yeah, maybe I'm going to do 4 more rounds chanting. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Our acharyas, I mean, Prabhupada was not for this increasing chanting business. He was saying increasing contribution towards the movement. We should increase our reading time so that we can get inspired and then dedicate more time for pushing the movement forward, for giving mercy to others. That's our mood here. See, we should understand Srila Prabhupada's mood. Srila Prabhupada was never for, okay, you sit and do more study. Of course, he used to say everybody has to study. Expectation is minimum 1 hour. Everybody has to study Prabhupada's books every day. He said, yeah, you can do 3-4 hours. It's an austerity. Yeah. Okay. So we'll stop here. Let all of you think over. Weekend work is to think about absorption. Okay. We'll close. Yeah. Yeah. Any close? Anything?
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Nothing else.
Yeah. Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat
Jai.
Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vancha
Jai.
Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo cha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.